Think your tiny apartment means you can't grow your own food? Think again. Most people see a small space as a dead end, but what if I told you that small space is actually your secret weapon for growing some of the most unique and flavorful foods on the planet? Today, I'm going to show you 15 incredible, mind-blowing plants that thrive in containers, turning your small space into an exotic food paradise.
Before we dive deep, join our community of curious minds. Subscribe to The Career Botanist for the hidden science of nature. Let's begin. To the naked eye, it is just nature, but look closer. It is engineering, it is economics, it is survival. Welcome to the hidden side of biology. This is modern botany.
Having a small space, a balcony, a patio, or even just a sunny sundo windowsill can feel like a huge barrier to growing anything exciting. We've all been led to believe you need a big, sprawling yard to harvest anything more interesting than a few herbs. But that's just not true. The reality is, container gardening opens up a world of possibilities that you can't get in a traditional garden. You get total control over the soil, the water, and the light. This controlled environment is the perfect lab for growing some truly special, rare, and delicious crops that most people have never even heard of, let alone tasted. So forget the standard supermarket stuff. We're about to explore a list of plants that will transform your small space into a productive, edible oasis that'll have your friends and family completely blown away. Let's get started. Number 1, the lemon cucumber. First up is a plant that will make you rethink everything you know about cucumbers. The lemon cucumber is a round, yellow, baseball-sized fruit that looks exactly like a lemon, but has the crisp, refreshing taste of a cucumber, only milder and with zero bitterness. It's an heirloom variety that is unbelievably productive, even in a small pot. What makes it great for apartments is its compact nature. While it is a vine, it doesn't need a massive trellis. A simple 5-foot support in a large pot is more than enough to get you a huge harvest. They just adapt really well to container life. A quick tip: lemon cucumbers need consistent moisture to really produce, so keep the soil damp but not soaked. A layer of mulch on top can really help hold that moisture in, especially on a hot, sunny balcony. Number 2. The black tomato. Next up, the black tomato. This one is a true showstopper. Varieties like black crim or black cherry give you these fruits with a deep, rich mahogany purple color that's almost black. But it's not just about looks. The flavor is famously complex, sweet, and even a little smoky. It's a taste you'll just never find in a grocery store. These tomatoes are perfect for apartment life because even though they're vining plants, they love to grow straight up. You can easily grow them in a 10 to 15-gallon pot with a tall stake or cage, turning a tiny footprint into a vertical tower of deliciousness. Quick tip: tomatoes are hungry plants, so be sure to use a high-quality potting mix and feed them regularly with a liquid fertilizer like fish emulsion or seaweed extract every couple of weeks. Number 3. Romanesco. At number 3, we have a vegetable that seriously looks like it's from another planet. Romanesco, sometimes called fractal broccoli, is a work of art. It's a stunning chartreuse color, and its head is made of a series of beautiful, spiraling cones. The flavor is this amazing middle ground between broccoli and cauliflower, but nuttier and earthier. It's surprisingly great for containers because it grows as a single, compact bush. One plant in a 5-gallon pot can produce a beautiful, mesmerizing head. It's basically an edible centerpiece for your balcony. A quick tip for success: Romanesco is picky about its water. If the soil dries out too much, the head can get bitter, so keep a close eye on it during hot weather. Number 4. Purple carrots. Forget orange, it's time to get back to the original color of carrots. Purple carrots aren't some newfangled invention. They're an ancient variety packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, the same stuff in blueberries. They have a wonderfully sweet and sometimes slightly peppery flavor. Their slender roots make them a fantastic choice for container gardening. You don't need a super deep garden bed. A pot that's at least 12 inches deep gives them plenty of room to grow into those beautiful, vibrant roots. For a quick tip, use a light, loose potting mix. If the soil is too dense or has rocks in it, your carrots might end up stunted or forked. Sandy soil is their best friend. Number 5. Asian yard-long beans. If you want a plant that's both ridiculously productive and space-efficient, look no further than the Asian yard-long bean. Like the name says, these beans can grow up to a yard long, though you'll want to harvest them when they're about 18 inches for the best taste. They have a flavor similar to a green bean, but a little more complex, almost like asparagus. These are an apartment gardener's dream because they grow up, not out. Give them a trellis, a fence, or even just some strings running up a wall, and they will climb, freeing up your valuable floor space. They produce so much that you'll get a continuous harvest from just a few plants. Quick tip, harvest the beans often. The more you pick, the more the plant will produce, giving you a steady supply all summer. Number 6. Golden beetroot. Tired of red beet stains all over your kitchen? Meet the golden beetroot. These beets have a beautiful, sunny yellow inside and a much milder, sweeter flavor than their red cousins. They don't have that polarizing, earthy taste that some people can't stand in red beets, making them the perfect gateway beet for any skeptics in your life. They're a perfect crop for small spaces because they grow fast and don't need a ton of room. You can plant a new batch every few weeks in a medium-sized container for a continuous harvest. Plus, the leafy greens are totally edible and taste a lot like chard. Quick tip, for the sweetest, most tender beets, make sure they have consistent water. Letting the soil dry out completely can make the roots woody and less flavorful. Number 7. Japanese Hakurei turnips. These are not your grandmother's turnips. The Hakurei turnip is a small, white, gourmet variety from Japan that is so sweet and crisp, people often eat it raw, just like an apple. They have a delicate, refreshing flavor without any of that sharp, spicy bite you get from bigger turnips. Their small size makes them absolutely perfect for containers. You can grow a whole bunch of them in a single wide pot, and they're ready in just over a month. That means you can get several harvests from the same pot in one season. A quick tip, grab them when they are small, about the size of a golf ball, for the best texture and flavor. And don't forget the greens are delicious and make a great addition to salads or sautés. Number 8. Black radish. All right, let's get bold with the black radish. This vegetable is striking. It has matte black skin and crisp, pure white flesh. It's not for the faint of heart, though. It has a potent, spicy, and pungent flavor that's way more intense than a normal red radish. It's loved for its health benefits and is incredible when you slice it thin in salads. Black radishes are an excellent container crop because they grow fast and don't need much space. You can tuck them into a pot with other plants or just grow a whole container of them. They're also great for fall gardening since they can handle cooler weather. Quick tip, to mellow out that intense flavor a bit, you can peel and salt them. Just let them sit for about an hour before you rinse and serve. We're about halfway through our list, and I hope you're already feeling inspired. If you're enjoying these wild ideas, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We have 7 more mind-blowing plants to go, and you won't want to miss them. Number 9. Red okra. If you thought okra was just green and slimy, prepare to be amazed. Red okra varieties, like red burgundy, produce these stunning deep red pods that are not only beautiful, but also delicious. When you cook them, the pods lose their red color and turn green, but the flavor is rich and the texture is often more tender. Red okra is a fantastic plant for a sunny balcony because it loves heat and grows in a nice, compact bush. The plant itself is gorgeous, with hibiscus-like flowers that look great before the pods even show up. A 5-gallon pot is plenty of space for one happy plant. Quick tip, harvest the pods when they are young and tender, about 3 to 4 inches long. If you let them get too big, they can become tough and woody. Number 10. Purple Napa cabbage. Let's bring a splash of crazy color to your salads and slaws with purple Napa cabbage. This variety has that same crinkly texture and long shape as regular Napa cabbage, but with a stunning violet color. It's perfect for making visually striking kimchi or just adding a crunchy, colorful pop to any dish. While a lot of cabbages need tons of space, certain varieties of Napa cabbage can be grown really well in containers. A wide, fairly deep pot can hold a few of these beauties, especially if you harvest the outer leaves as they grow, instead of waiting for one giant head. A quick tip, Napa cabbage prefers cooler weather, so it's an excellent crop for spring and fall. In the summer heat, give it some afternoon shade to keep it from bolting, which is when it flowers prematurely.
Number 11. Italian violet artichoke. Growing artichokes on a balcony? Oh, absolutely. The Italian violet artichoke is an heirloom variety that produces smaller, more tender heads than the big green ones you see at the store. The heads have a beautiful purple blush and a more concentrated, nutty flavor. This plant is an awesome choice for apartment homesteading because you can grow it as a perennial in a large, deep pot. Imagine harvesting your own gourmet artichokes year after year from the same container. They do need a deep pot for their roots, but the payoff is huge. Quick tip, these artichokes are early producers. Harvest them when the buds are still tight and firm to get them at their most tender.
Number 12. African mallow. Here's one you've almost certainly never heard of. African mallow, also known as malokia, is a leafy green that's incredibly popular in the Middle East and Africa. Why it's amazing for us is that it's extremely tolerant of heat, a total superstar for hot city balconies where other greens would just give up. When cooked, the leaves get a unique texture, similar to okra, and are often used in stews. It's a perfect apartment plant because it thrives in that reflected heat and can be grown in a medium-sized pot. You can harvest the leaves over and over all summer, giving you an endless supply. Quick tip, to harvest, just trim the top few inches of the stems. This encourages the plant to get bushier and produce even more leaves for you. Number 13. New Zealand spinach. If you've ever tried and failed to grow spinach in the summer, New Zealand spinach is your answer. It's not technically a true spinach, but it looks and tastes very similar, except it is way more heat resistant. It will keep pumping out tender leaves all through the hottest months of the year, when regular spinach would have bolted long ago. While it likes to spread out, it's perfectly happy in a pot or even a hanging basket where its stems can trail over the sides. This makes it both a productive and a really pretty choice for a small space. Quick tip, the leaves have more oxalates than regular spinach, so it's best to blanch them in hot water for a minute before you use them in your recipes. Number 14. Purple potatoes. Add a touch of magic to your meals with purple potatoes. These potatoes have deep purple skin and flesh that keeps its vibrant color even after you cook it. They're packed with antioxidants and have a rich, earthy, and slightly nutty flavor with a denser texture than a lot of white potatoes. And no, you don't need a field to grow them. They are perfectly suited for growing in grow bags or deep containers. As the plant gets taller, you just add more soil around the stem, a process called hilling up, which encourages more potatoes to form. It's an incredibly efficient use of vertical space. A quick tip, start with certified seed potatoes, not spuds from the grocery store, which are often treated to stop them from sprouting. Plant them in a loose, well-draining soil mix. Number 15. Blue Hubbard squash. Okay, our final plant is the ambitious one. This is the final boss of balcony gardening, but it's absolutely doable. The Blue Hubbard squash is a large, warty, blue-gray winter squash with a sweet, nutty, and incredibly rich orange flesh. It's famous for its amazing flavor and the fact that you can store it for months. Now, how on earth do you grow this beast in an apartment? The secret is, once again, vertical space. The Blue Hubbard is a massive vine, but you can train it to grow up a strong trellis. The key is that you must provide a sturdy sling or a little hammock to support the heavy fruit as it develops. If you have a strong structure and a big pot, you can absolutely grow this winter storage champion. Quick tip, this squash is a very heavy feeder. Make sure its container is at least 15 to 20 gallons and that you give it rich compost and regular fertilizer to support its wild growth.
And there you have it, 15 incredible exotic plants that prove a tiny apartment is no barrier to an amazing harvest. From the geometric beauty of Romanesco to the surprising sweetness of Hakurei turnips, your small space is a doorway to a world of flavor that most people will never get to experience. You don't need a huge yard. You just need a pot, some good soil, and a little bit of curiosity. Growing your own food, especially unique food like this, connects you to what you eat. It's a rewarding, delicious, and beautiful journey. So, I challenge you to ditch the idea that small spaces are limiting and start planning your own exotic edible garden today. I'm dying to know which of these plants caught your eye the most. Was it the weird and wonderful lemon cucumber, or maybe the bold black radish? Let me know in the comments below which one you're most excited to try growing. And if you're hungry for more creative gardening projects, be sure to check out our next video on building a vertical herb garden for under 20 bucks. Thanks for watching.